What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Kaden here again. So today I've decided I wanted to give you guys insight onto my experiences in the modeling industry, kind of how I got into things, because a lot of people do want to know how you become a model, what it's been like for me, a young black boy being a model, stuff like that. So I'm just going to give you guys the rundown. Hopefully this opens your eyes a bit to what the industry's like, how to get in, if it's for you, because it might not be for everyone who wants to try it, but yeah, I'll do my best to give you as much insight as I can, and hopefully it can help you in your career and your journey. Maybe it's not for you and you figure that out from this video, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video and let's go. Okay, so it's quite hard to think of like where modeling really started from for me, but I'll try and track back. So it would have been all the way in 2018 or 2017 when I was 16ish. I'm 19 now, so I've kind of been preparing for it for about 3 years, and yeah, it's all come to fruition now. So I've got kind of notes to keep me in track. Growing up, like I'm talking when I was 15, 16, I had the worst eczema. Like, it feels awkward saying this on camera because I was so embarrassed about it when it was there. It was so bad. I used to scratch my face so much, scratch on my eyebrows. I had no eyebrows because of how much I used to scratch it. I'll probably put a video in to show like the difference between me then and now. And yeah, honestly, it was horrible. Like, my skin darkened in not a nice way. Like, the way my skin was like darkened, it was patchy kind of dark, so it wasn't a nice complexion. People who were my color had shiny skin though, but mine was like a really like dead skin because it was quite scaly because of how dry it was. So yeah, that really used to get to me. I used to get called ashy all the time, all that kind of stuff. People would be like, yeah, where your eyebrows, you ain't got no eyebrows type stuff. So yeah, it was quite tough. Good time for character building because all I had was my personality to shine through, but yeah, that definitely humbled me as a person in general before anything like what's happening these days has happened. So I had horrible, scaly, patchy skin, braces, a really horrible high top that just didn't suit me, and yeah, let's just say I wasn't the cutest of guys. So yeah, I was tall. I still didn't think modeling would ever be a possibility, regardless of me being tall. But then yeah, after a couple more trips to the doctor and me being so self-aware of how serious my condition was and how much I hated it, how I was actually in pain every day from my skin being so dry and tough, I was like, enough is enough, I gotta get rid of this. So from then I took my prescription so seriously. Like, a lot of people say that prescriptions don't work, but if you really try it properly, maybe even stop drinking milk, drink so much water, just fix up everything around you, everything will eventually sort itself out eventually. It might not happen instantly, but it gets there after a while. You will grow out of it. That's when kind of I could consider modeling as a person. If a lot of you like want to model, but then you feel like something like eczema or something's holding you back, honestly, take it seriously. We're probably all like near adults now, if not adults, so figure out a way with your grown self to get rid of it, fight for that, and it'll work. So yeah, that's one thing that I went through. But back to the modeling. Yeah, so I cut my hair down eventually because I was like, it's time for waves. Like, this high top is not suiting me, let me just get rid of it. So I bumped off the high top, cut my hair down, started going to the gym a lot as well. So then yeah, people used to tell me, yo, you could definitely model. Like, people used to tell me at work when I was working at H&M, yo, you can model. I used to think to myself, yo, I could low-key do this, so I want to get into it. Yeah, so my friend was like, literally just apply to every agency you can. However, I was lucky enough to already know about the kind of scam agencies. So a lot of people have probably had this before, where they've applied to modeling, then suddenly there's an agency calling them like, yo, we really like you, we want you to come in for a photo shoot. From then, I would already tell you just, they say we want you to come in for a photo shoot, and then you go in for your photo shoot, they're like, yeah, we love you, we love your look, everything. We want to make you a portfolio, and you're like, oh, okay, great. And then that agency says, okay, yeah, we're gonna make you a portfolio, but it's gonna cost 2 racks. I'm telling you now, guys, you should never be paying anything for any form of portfolio at all. I'm telling you now. It's happened to people around me, people very close to me, and it burns me every time they get caught. Then they come to me often, they're like, oh, this happened. I'm like, oh, why did you pay? You don't pay. Okay, so it's hard to explain, but in the modeling industry, you are the product, right? So as the product, you should not be paying to be allowed to make money for the company. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use an analogy. So let's say Nike have a shoe Nike do not pay JD to sell their shoe, because JD make money off selling the Nike shoe anyway. So why would Nike be giving JD money to make money? Same way, as a model, I make my agency money. Anytime a company wants me to model for them, the money that they're going to give me, I have to give some to my agency. So me making my agency that money, they wouldn't get the money if I wasn't there. That company would not want me because I'm not there, therefore my agency would miss out on the money. So why would I be paying to get into an industry where I'm the money maker? Do you get? Logically, it doesn't make sense. So you shouldn't be putting money down to be allowed to model. Like, it's not like that. It never is like that. And I'm telling you, fam, these people will sweet talk you, gas you up, make you feel like, yo, I'm gonna be a model tomorrow. The way they will gas you up, they'll be like, oh, you're honestly amazing, we love your look, we need you, you just need to pay this little £2,000 and the portfolio will be yours. We'll give you a gold, platinum portfolio, whatever. Like, just don't fall into it, because you're gonna get gassed up and then end up getting hurt. The boys will understand this one. It's like a girl promising to link up, and then eventually when you realize you've been scammed, she just texted you, oh, you're gonna hate me for this. But we're not a real agency. These agencies that ask for money, they don't have any credibility in the modeling industry. No one works with them. Like, if you go to their Instagrams, they'll probably just have a lot of photo shoots and no actual work, because they make a lot of their money from scamming people. It's not a credible agency. Honestly, real agencies are not going to ask you for money. So the way a real agency would work is, you will apply and they're testing to see, not testing, but kind of looking to see if you are someone who can make the money, right? So they're gonna see, does he have our look, or does she have our look? Do they fit the kind of clients we work with? So we work with Nike a lot. Is this person ever gonna get booked by Nike? We work with Pretty Little Thing. Is this girl ever gonna be booked by them? Do you know what I'm saying? So if they see that, and they see that you definitely would, they're like, yeah, we can see that person modeling for these clients we work with. They're gonna want you, because they know you're gonna make a lot of money by getting books for them. Then they're gonna get that little spit they get. Hence why you're not paying to get into the industry, because you're the ones that's gonna make the money. Do you get me? So that's kind of the rundown of how like a real agency assesses you, I guess. And yeah, that's why you do walk-ins, you do online applications, and they're seeing, is this person really gonna be worth it for us? If you get rejected, they probably just don't see you being their type of model. If you go to like different agencies around London, for example, you will notice that like people tell me, you do look like a Nevs model, Kanan. They'll tell someone else, oh, you look like this type of model. Do you know what I'm saying? So different agencies, they're not like a uniform look, but they have almost a similar type of look. My agency is quite commercial, whereas another agency can be quite editorial, like magazines, runway. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying my agency doesn't do that, but my agency dominates that. This other agency is predominantly that. So different agencies have different looks, and that's one thing you need to look out for when you're applying. If you're somebody that fits that kind of ASOS look, you're quite muscly, you have nice tattoos, and you got waves, you're hardly going to be walking on runway, right? So I would recommend this type of agency rather than that type of agency. Do you know what I'm saying? You'd want to go for a commercial one that's going to get you into Nike, JD, Foot Asylum, ASOS, rather than Paris Fashion Week, because you know what I'm saying, you might not get it. But yeah, the thing is, a lot of people will start to ask me, okay, so what agency should I apply to? Which ones did you apply to? Like, it's not just about who I apply to and that's gonna work for you. You should apply to who you think you should apply to. Like, a lot of people don't want to do their research on their own, so they just ask me everything. Like, there's only so much I can do for you. You have to do your research on your own. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, where would he fit, and start doing your research for you, because you're not paying me. So it's like, I knew my agency would suit me a lot, and I specifically wanted them, so I made sure I applied to them and made sure I chased it up, and I got it. So yeah, that was me doing my research as a 17-year-old kid, and yeah, I got it. Obviously it's worth applying to everyone, because you know, if you shoot a shot everywhere, you have to hit one, right? So that's kind of what I did. I just applied to as many as I could and had the ones I wanted kind of in mind, and God blessed me with the one I wanted the most. But it might not work like that for you. However, you can get something and it will be a start. So shoot your shot everywhere. Just, there's no harm in trying, right? Okay, so yeah, I was 17, working in H&M, being told, yeah, you look like the models on the banners, you should be a model one day. And I wasn't really used to that, and I didn't let it get to my head, obviously, because I used to look like this, but I was like trying to get used to the feeling of being considered good looking by people. That was like very overwhelming, but obviously thank God for all that. God had a plan the whole time. So yeah, I had a feeling I'd go to university in London, so I did apply to all the agencies there I could, like my friend told me to, and yeah, got good word back from a couple of them. And yeah, a lot of you want to know what kind of photos I'd send in, so I'll put them here now. Not too forced, not too extra. It doesn't have to be in a fancy studio with a fancy camera. Honestly, it can be straight off your phone. It's just got to be clear photos. Want a couple of you standing up, show how tall you are, show like your build, show what you look like. Essentially, it sounds weird, but you need to look like a model who's just not been discovered yet. Like, deep it. You're applying to a modeling agency, so you more or less need to be a model. Like, signing the papers for your contract doesn't make you look like a model. You need to look like one already. So if you look in the mirror and truly believe, yes, somebody's gonna want me to model their clothes, then honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go for it. Like, it could sound a bit brutal, but not just because you think modeling's cool. If you genuinely believe, like, yes, I could be a model, that lifestyle's for me, the look, I have it, I know I have it, and you're confident in yourself, apply it everywhere. Just go for it. Full guns blazing, go for it, because like, you can get it. You can, if you really believe that you can. There's nothing stopping you. So yeah, most agencies just need you to send in like nice profile photos, so like straight on to the side, basic shit like that, like just standard photos to show what you look like. But obviously my Instagram had photos that I thought were even penga than that, so I was like, let me show them that photo I took on holiday with a nice background, me straight on, but shows a bit of body as well, so I can fit into the commercial bracket. And then I took some other photos that was like, he could also be on the cover of a magazine. Like, personally, I'd recommend to study your photos back. Like, I would literally look back on the photos, figure out my poses, figure out what works for me, what angles. With no shame, I'd be like, look, take a photo of me here, bro. If you don't like it, I'll ask someone else on it, but like, just grab this photo of me so I can try and get my poses down. I would look in the mirror, I'd figure out what angles works on my face. Don't be afraid to study your own face. It's yours, like, study it. And then when I first got signed, after I signed my papers, they were like, look, you've got a casting for this company. They need quick poses. They need poses like this. So you need to have a pose kind of for each click. And I was like, huh? They said literally go home, look in the mirror and figure it out. Figure out that you look good walking here, then fix the collar here, touch the top of the head here. Just don't have shame. Just figure it out and figure out what works for you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Being as a lot of the photos I used to kind of apply were straight from my Instagram, one thing I'd recommend is build your brand through Instagram in a way. So Instagram is kind of your playground to test yourself as a model. Use Instagram to kind of show people I could be a model. A lot of people literally get picked up straight from Instagram. I wasn't lucky enough, but I've got many friends who've literally just been scouted from Instagram. Yeah, some people are even luckier and just get stopped on the street, Abelaji. But if like you have a nice Instagram, like for example, shout out to Jasmine. I see her doing her thing. Jasmine has like an amazing Instagram. Her feed has been perfect for as long as I've known her. She was literally picked up by J'adore Models for her Instagram, and it just worked like that. So I hate to say it, but stop having like 0 photos and then DMing me that you want to be a model. You have no media. What do you want to model? Like, you don't have pictures. Like, with being a model, when you get signed, there's no training period. There's no, oh, we're gonna give you the course to become a good poser. Just because you think you have the look doesn't mean you're gonna get it straight away. It might take a bit of getting used to, but that's your own. It basically is a you problem. So it is your job to kind of get at least a bit loose. So if you're someone who doesn't like photos, you don't take any Instagram photos, you hate being in front of cameras, when someone takes a photo of you, you do this, or this, or this, allow it. Like, it probably isn't for you. Maybe it is for you, but you haven't stepped up your show yet. But you need to build your brand. You need to get ready on Instagram, get ready in front of cameras, just be a camera ready person. Got to London when I was called up by 1 or 2 agencies, and yeah, they wanted to see me, speak to me. At this time I was still 17, still living in Birmingham. The agency I'm at now, called Nevs, they said it wasn't really the right time for me because I was so young and in another city, so it wouldn't really make sense getting me down to London almost every week if, let's say, I was a busy guy. Like, it wouldn't really happen with it. So they said kind of wait for me to come to uni, because I told them I was about to come to uni in London, so I was like, don't sleep on me yet, I'm coming. That opportunity is not going anywhere, do you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to let it go, so I told them, yo, I'm gonna be in London in September for uni, so just wait for me. They were like, yeah, that's perfect. If that's the case, then yeah, we'll happily sign you when you're here. So specific to me, that's how I got into modeling. Luckily, I was going to uni in London, so it made sense to me being in London all the time. Especially at my age as well, it wouldn't have made sense if I was not coming to uni in London and I was still like in sixth form in Birmingham, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, my story is probably going to be different to a lot of you, but this is kind of just insight to how it worked. Yeah, walking into my agency, there was no paying for anything, there was no weird photo shoot straight away. Like, how can they invite you for a photo shoot when they don't even know what you look like in person yet? Like, they don't even know if they're gonna like you in person, which is what matters. They don't even know if you're actually the height you say you are. So how can they just suddenly want you for a photo shoot? That's why those agencies are a bit sketchy. Like, you send a couple photos online, oh yeah, come in for a photo shoot, where's the photos going? Like, why would you take a photo shoot straight away? It doesn't actually make sense. In the modeling industry, the only thing you're gonna see more than money is rejection. You need to become accustomed to rejection. I don't take being rejected by girls the same way anymore. It's nothing to me. You think you can hurt me through rejection? I've been told I'm gonna get a job, and the day before, I'm talking jobs worth thousands, and then the day before, oops, sorry, we chose somebody else. You think airing my DM can hurt me? No. The rejection you get in the modeling industry is a different breed of rejection. People can look you in the face at casting and be like, nah, anyway, nice meeting you, and then literally just shoo you away. You have to walk out. The walk of shame. It is so awkward. But then once you actually understand that there's probably 20 plus models on your one spot, you don't really care anymore. You start to realize that it doesn't actually matter. At the end of the day, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
The industry is honestly brutal. Let me tell you now, yeah. If you're scared of rejection, don't apply. Don't. Because first of all, even getting into the industry requires rejection. You're going to get rejected by plenty of agencies. I am a model and I've done how many jobs now? I've made how much money from modeling. However, I would still get rejected by certain agencies if I applied right now. I'm telling you. So beforehand, I was getting rejected by how many agencies, not knowing the potential I had to become a really good model. Doesn't matter. They can still reject you for petty ass reasons. Even if they're in a bad mood, they can reject you. So don't be distraught because of a little rejection, because you're gonna get it a lot. You need to get used to that before you become a model. So after being signed, how it works, first thing you're gonna get is probably emails about test shoots. So they're gonna say, we need you to do a photo shoot. Now, because you're a model, now you can do photo shoots. A test shoot is just a way to test you as a model. It is to show potential clients what you can do behind the camera. It's all good and well being signed to an agency, but let's say, for example, Nike want to see what you're working with, basically what you can do in a photo shoot. That's what a test shoot is for. So it's like, this is an example of my work. This is kind of the style I can give you, plus more if you book me. That's the purpose of a test shoot. You're not really gonna get jobs if you don't have one. So I did a really cool test shoot with a really sick photographer, a really credible photographer. Don't know if I should put him in this video because he never followed me back on Instagram. So does he deserve the shout out? I don't know, but it was a really good test shoot. So good that as soon as the photos came back and my agency put them on the website and stuff like that to show clients, so then when you click on my portfolio on the website, you see these nice photos. As soon as I did that, boom, 3 confirmed jobs on that week. Guy, that's when I said, my God is good. Oh, imagine I'm 18 in uni, first term, being told you've got 3 photo shoots this week. I was like, huh? Back to back to back. No, so I'd been signed in November, did my first test shoot in around mid-November, and then at the start of December is when the test shoot came back, and then that first week of December is when I got those bookings. So from there, that was kind of the start of my journey. I became a model long before anybody on Twitter decided to drag me, don't worry. People on Twitter somehow formulated the idea that I got dragged on Twitter and then got a modeling contract because some random weirdos online wanted to make fun of me. Nah, it's not how it works, but yeah, I don't think anyone's ever been signed because of that. I hope not, but yeah. No, I didn't get signed because people wanted to make fun of me. I got a lot more exposure. I got a massive increase in my YouTube subscribers, my Instagram followers, TikTok followers, everything, yeah. I basically built up my social media a lot more from that. So obviously to the haters, thank you for all the new followers and stuff. Much appreciated, needed that. And yeah. But again guys, the modeling industry is not for everybody. If you decided that maybe I can't handle rejection that much, it's not gonna be for you. If you're quite insecure in front of a camera and you only have one good side, for example, or one angle, maybe it's not for you. Maybe you're not as confident as you think, but that's stuff that can be worked over time. So hopefully you can kind of build yourself up for that and go for it again. But if you know it's not for you, there's other things you can do in the industry. You can become a stylist, you can become a designer, you can have your own brand, you can become a photographer if you like the idea of being in photo shoots. So there's plenty you can do. Don't think modeling is the be all and end all. It's fun, it's cool, can be tiring, but it's not the best thing in the world. Like, it's just pretty cool. But yeah, so guys, I hope that has given you a bit more insight into what the modeling industry is like. Don't be shy. If you have any further questions to ask about the industry in the comments, then you go ahead if I haven't touched on it, because if I've already answered it, I'm not going to repeat myself. But yeah, but don't ask like, what do you get paid? Because I get asked that a lot, like, how much did you get paid, and why would I answer my wages? But yeah, if you have any further questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to sift through them and answer what I can. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Good luck in your ventures. If you want to become a model, I pray you get it. I pray you all shine in it. I want everybody to be shining. I just need everybody just drowning in blessings right now, innit? So yeah, just venture out and do what you want to do. Modeling is not the only career path that's lit. There's so many careers out there that are just sick. So just go for it, guys. Go for your dreams, innit? So thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, peace. Woo.
I got a lot of memories in my head that I can't see without you.
Yeah, I know you blowing on my phone, but you fucked up once, so I can't let you go too